Hey, what's going on everyone? So I'm actually just about done packing up for a trip. This weekend we're going down to Snow Peak Way West. So I want to show you guys kind of how everything is organized here based on the systems I've created. I don't like to bring a lot of loose gear, and I just don't like a lot of loose things just floating around my car in general. I found that, having a specific bin, it just makes it a lot easier, not only like to pack your car, but just to go camping in general, because a lot of these things I'm not repacking. Most of it is pretty much staying put and is ready to go for the next trip. There's obviously things like, fuel and food and stuff like that that's disposable, so that's gonna all, go out of the bins and get restocked. But for the most part, other than that, a lot of things pretty much stay packed and ready to go. And it just makes it a lot easier to get out the door on those weekend trips for all of us. And just having a spot for everything also has been huge. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'll show you how I'm organizing everything. So this is the multi-container large right here, and I've had this thing since pretty much the very beginning, and it's been a really useful container. It's all canvas on the outside. It's really nice grab handles here and here. And I really like the whole design, how it's just, it's relatively compact. It's not like a huge bulky plastic bin. And inside you have a nice little buckle style opening here. This is where I'm keeping like all of my fuel. So I keep 4 220 gram fuel canisters right here. And then next to that, I carry some Snow Peak lighting. These are like the mini flame, just a nice little accent light. This is the Giga Power lantern. Little crystal shade. This goes onto the mini Hazukis right here. It's a nice little touch. And then I have my regular Hazuki lantern, home and camp lantern. You can never have enough lighting. I have a lot of lighting right now. And I didn't start out that way. I think I started out with like 2 mini Hazukis. Not this one. This is the new version that's rechargeable now. But 2 of these basically. And I think I had like 1 bare bones light also. And that was pretty much all of my lighting to the extent. But yeah, it's really nice to have a really nice lit up campsite. So definitely like lighting. Also carry some headlamps. These are great for walking around at nighttime and just keeping in your tent, brushing teeth, all those things. Extra little lantern. Never have enough lighting. Another Claymore light. This is the Celeste by Snow Peak. So this is a newer light right here. It's really nice. It has this little hook where you can kind of hang it off, pile drivers or just anything for that matter. You can also screw it into like a tripod style mount. This is my Soto stove, my little backpacking stove, and just some extra IGT hooks to hook tables together and connect things to like my Jacaro. And a lantern hanger. Oh, also I have my folding torch up top there as well. And you do have 3 pockets, so these are all Velcro style pockets. I don't really use these for anything. Sometimes I put some smaller stuff, but then it just falls out. I used to carry batteries inside of them, but I don't really use batteries anymore out there. So for the most part, those kind of just sit empty. But yeah, inside of here, this plastic bit on the bottom comes out. So if you do want to like shake things out and clean it, it's pretty easy. But yeah, it's all canvas. So everything's held up really well. I've had this thing for, years right now, and it stayed pretty similar to how I've packed it just now. I think I used to put a couple different things. I might have carried my hatchet in this one before. I think I have switched it up a little bit since the last time I made a video on this stuff, but yeah, definitely a useful bin. And again, like I like these smaller bins to organize things because, if I had all this stuff in one bin, you could imagine just having all these little things right here kind of mixed in with, your tent sticks. I'll show you this bin next and all this other stuff. It just wouldn't make any sense. So, having these different multi-containers here have been a lifesaver. This next bin here is the multi-container medium size. So same construction as the large, just a little bit shorter. And inside of here, this is where I keep all of my stuff for setting up tents and even my IGT table. I have my work gloves right up front. I have my trusty copper peg hammer, little hatchet. This is the Fiskars N7. My fireside gloves. These are the IGT 400 millimeter legs right here. Probably my most commonly used size. And then here is where I keep all of my stakes as well. So inside of here, these are just extra Duralumin stakes. I use these for the guy out ropes and stuff like that. These are the main stakes right here. So I got my number 40 solid stakes right here, and I keep, a decent amount of them in here. I use about like 4 of them for the tarps. For certain things, I'll use them also. So it's good to have those. And then I just keep a handful of number 30 solid stakes as well. I don't always need this many stakes, but I just keep them in here for the most part because, you know, if I'm bringing a big shelter system and a tarp, you'll end up using quite a few different stakes. So it ends up coming in handy. And yeah, I found this to just be a really easy way to kind of like organize this type of stuff. All right, so the last bin I want to show you is the multi-container small. So smallest version of all three in my collection of multi-containers, but this is a very useful bin, and I got this one as a joke for a video I was making on how I go to the bathroom, but it turned out to be really useful. So, you know, we keep our toilet paper, wipes, all the trash bags and gloves, stuff like that. All that kind of stuff is in this one. And yeah, I wasn't expecting to ever organize this stuff like this. I don't really remember where we used to put this stuff, maybe in just like a Ziploc bag or like some other container, but yeah, it turned out to be a really useful bin. All right, so inside the stacking shelf 25 here, I have my stove underneath, and then I have my waterproof unit Gearback 220, which is this one with the mesh top here. I also own the 110 version of this, so a little bit shorter. But yeah, inside of here, this is where for this trip, I'm keeping all of my, I guess, like eating utensils, cutting boards. This is my folding pack bucket. So we're going to Campfield again, so they have sinks. So I'll be washing my dishes in there, but I can transport them with this, which is nice. This is my cutting board right here. And I just have dish towels and just different stuff for cooking. All of our plates and stuff like that are gonna live at the bottom, spoons, utensils. Depending on the trip that I'm going on, I may move some of this stuff out and put it into other containers. So I have different IGT systems and different compartments that sometimes my cooking utensils will go in. And all the way at the bottom here, I have my case for my stove. So inside of here is my flat burner. I think I have some other stuff down here as well. So this is the flat burner right here. It doesn't really come with its own case, so that's actually why I got one of these in the first place. This is for my Baja burner. They all come with like these little sleeve bags. But yeah, realistically, you're gonna wanna get a case for these things like this. But yeah, it also fits an IGT insert, which is nice. So this always lives inside of here. And then at the very bottom, I just have a cleaning cloth, good for cleaning the stoves and tables, and then just a hot pad. All right, so underneath this stuff here is my Yeti GoBox right here. This is my pantry system, so to speak, all of our dry goods, food related stuff in general, cookware. That all lives inside of here. All right, so this case right here is my Lantern pile driver case. I actually keep 2 pile drivers inside of here and also just 8 IGT legs you can fit. These are the standing height legs. It's a great way to transport them. I don't always bring all 8 with me, but I'm just showing you, you can fit 8 of them inside of here, which is pretty nice. But yeah, those pile drivers are very useful. I had one at first, and then I ended up picking up a second one. It's just really nice to illuminate your campsite, and you know, they're a really cool product by them. One of my favorite things actually probably is this pile driver right here. All right, so this is just a Patagonia black hole duffel. This is how we keep all of our clothes. So inside of here for right now, it's gonna be colder out. So, you know, we have jackets, it might be raining, so we have rain shells up top here. I also keep my little Peak Design tech pouch. This holds, you know, batteries, cables, all that type of thing. And underneath this jackets, I also have just a little Pendleton blanket. And then these are just pack pods. These are my Hyperlight pack pods from our backpacking days. They don't really see much in the backpacking world anymore. Maybe soon they will. But right now we each have one of these for all of our clothes, base layers. This is just a 2-night trip. So, you know, we don't have a ton of clothes that we're bringing along with us, but it's a good way to organize it so it's not just all thrown into eternity inside this black hole duffel. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. We each have our own like puffy jacket in here as well. Up top here is a couple compartments. This is just our dirty clothes bag. We also have some extra beanies and gloves and stuff like that in this side right here. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, that's pretty much how we're organizing all of our clothes. All right, so this next bin here is my REI packaway bin. I've had this thing since the very beginning, and this houses pretty much the entire sleep system. Everything that's gonna be inside the tent is inside of this packaway bin right here. Also, this is the 140 liter. I know there's like several different sizes. I think now it comes in different colors too, but yeah, same general thing. It's just like a soft, kind of softish bin. It's not super floppy like a big duffel bag. It has a little bit of structure, but it's also not like completely structured either. But yeah, inside of here we have our pillows. These are the Hest pillows. I think it's the medium size. We also have some Rab sleeping bags. This is Emmett's sleeping bag right here. And Emmett's mattress is right here. This is a Dura 8R. Sometimes we use an Ultra 7R as well. We have a couple different X-Ped backpacking pads. Good for the kids. It's also good for adults. I think it's a pretty comfortable pad. Underneath here, we have the X-Ped Megamat Duo Long Wide. That fits inside of here as well. And then we have Emmett's pillow. This is just a full size memory foam pillow. So he gets that for his bed, which is nice. But yeah, this is everything that would go inside of our tent. It also makes transferring all of this gear so much easier because you can imagine, you know, going one by one with each sleeping bag and carrying your X-Bed in, your pillows in. It's gonna take a lot more time, but having everything, you know, packed inside of one of these, it's a lot quicker. All right, well, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. So I was thinking about adding something to the channel, kind of like office hours, so to speak. I get a lot of questions like via Instagram and, you know, email, and even on here in general, like about like different setups. So like, I was thinking like if it would be helpful, I could set some time aside where we could do like a Zoom call with people and kind of like go over these different things. I haven't really put together how I would do this, but I'm guessing you could just like send me an email. My email's on the YouTube thing. I'll put that also in the description. But yeah, just comment down below if that's something you're interested in. And if it is, I'll kind of put together a community post. And of course, this would be free. I'm not charging people for this or anything like that. I genuinely enjoy like helping people build out their setups. It's the whole reason kind of behind this whole channel in the first place. Yeah, let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in. And yeah, I'll catch you all real soon. If you're at Snow Peak Way, I'll see you there. Take it easy, everyone.